Good day and welcome to CBN4 News. I am Deslin Joseph.
And I am Alien Christopher.
In today's top story, Dominican pharmacists said that chikungunya, one of the most aggressive diseases, is not caused by a mosquito. As part of the 40th anniversary celebration of the Alpha Center teacher says teaching students with special needs is requiring a bowl full of patience. British zoological worker says the mountain chicken is the second largest frog in the world and hopes that someday it becomes our national dish again.
Projects coordinator for New Day Projects Division targets the unemployed and the elderly for training in the use of latest gadgets. Performing artists are faced with an ongoing challenge in the area of training to become more competitive, says Details and more when we return.
As part of the 40th anniversary celebration of the Alpha Center, an exhibition and open day was held yesterday, Wednesday, June 25th. Speaking with CBN4 News was Lisa Wati, teacher at Alpha Center for 2 years. However, prior to her teaching role, Wati was also an assistant at the center from 1996 to 2000. Wati explained that teaching students with special needs is a bowl full of patience.
Patience and lots of love. You have to be dedicated to teach children with special needs because, as you know, no one child is the same. And within the classroom, each child, it's its own class. So it's challenging for day to day. Sometimes it's very rewarding because the children make their jokes with you. You teach them in a way that they can understand, because it's not everything that is like blackboard oriented. It's like practically oriented. It's practical. Everything is hands-on.
She says that the students' response to the teachers are spot on. They interact extremely well and voluntarily, she stated.
They enjoy it. They sit, they listen, they love stories, especially when you bring the moral aspect of it. In any story, they love it. They enjoy doing their work, and it's rewarding to the child when they know they have accomplished it and did it by themselves with very little assistance and with no assistance at all.
So they grab. One of the students at the center, Brendan Henry, who participates in sewing and woodwork classes, shared with CBN4 his daily routines.
Benches. We just design of them.
The benches?
Yeah.
So the draft board in front of you? You made that?
Yeah.
How difficult you find it?
Huh?
How difficult is it for you to learn to make those things?
It's so nice. I like I just do that at home. That's why I do that at home.
Brendan also shared his future plans and goals with us.
Future, what you hope to become?
Taxi driver.
A taxi driver? So you're not going to continue with your skills?
Yeah.
Okay.
CBN4 News wishes the Alpha Center a happy 40th.
British zoological worker Blackman says the mountain chicken is the second largest frog in the world that is very unique to Dominicans, and he hopes that someday it becomes our national dish again.
18 months. So as a result of that, a project was put in place in collaboration between the Dominican government and the Darwin Initiative, and so the idea was to build a facility which houses animals that have been brought in from the wild, where we can try to breed them in captivity in order to boost the populations that are left in the wild.
Blackman walked us through the long process after catching the frog in the wild.
Very long process. So at the moment the numbers of frogs in the wild are so low that it really is going to take quite a long time. for that to happen. But we are hopeful that things can be done, that the numbers, if we manage to breed them here in the facility, we can supplement the populations in the wild, and also that the wild frogs are able to bounce back as well. But as I say, it will be a long process.
Tell us what.
He said some of the animals were not sexually mature when they were brought into the facility. This was a major contributory factor in the process prolongation. Blackman confirmed that the breeding season began in June and will run on to the month of September. He again confirmed the amount of siblings that one frog can produce at a time.
Frogs were brought in, the frogs that we have here at the moment were brought in 3 years ago from the wild. So a group of individuals were brought in, obviously a mixture of males and females. The animals are then put through, so they're all tested to make sure that they are clear of the disease. They then have to go through a treatment regime to ensure that they don't have any disease on them. And so then they're housed within the facility. The facility itself tries to recreate the conditions that are found in the wild. So in the pens they have water, they have leaves, cover, they have a similar substrate, a similar soil to that found in the forest. And so then we keep the animals here and we feed them with food that we actually breed on site as well. So we have live food colonies of crickets and cockroaches that are bred on site, and we feed those to the animals in the pen.
Blackman said this is why the farm conducts captive breeding, to increase the chances of survival in the wild. We'll be right back after this break. So, Miss Joseph, can you just, the mountain chicken, the guys, they are working entirely hard to at least bring back this mountain chicken for us in Dominica. At least this was our national dish.
I know. To be honest, I've never had mountain chicken. I've never had it. I've never tasted it. I mean, if it becomes our national dish again, which I think Dominicans will be happy and pleased about, I think I might just give it a try.
I remember the days when I used to hear it boiling in the night.
You did?
In the night, we still want it,
Okay, well, hopefully it becomes our national dish again. Hopefully. Cecilia Carr, Projects Coordinator for New Days Projects Division, a non-profit organization, has informed CBN4 News of the organization's recent project. The project entails a leadership and lifestyle training program where individuals are trained to become more marketable, targeting disenfranchised youth.
Targeted unemployed persons, dropouts from high schools, persons who have not attained fifth form level of education, those who are desirous of making a change in their lives, women, and so they are our target group.
Carr says a program was designed where individuals are taught academics with a mix of practical skills 4 times a week for 2 hours. This is conducted through voluntary activities of persons from the church who Carr says lend out their time willingly. Another upcoming project on the division's agenda includes targeting the unemployed and the elderly in the afternoons, where they will be taught how to use the latest gadgets.
Target the adults, persons who have retired, and people who are unemployed at home, who have probably been engaged for a number of years at work and now at home, to target them in terms of assisting them in using some of the gadgets and the computing equipment that they may have, computers, computing equipments, tablets, iPads, telephones. We know that most of those persons they have children living overseas, and even through their own financial means are able to get the high-end equipment, things that we youth or younger persons might have on their wish list. But those persons may not necessarily know how to use them. So we're going to target them during the daytime for a few hours a week, teach them how to use the gadgets effectively.
Carr remarked that a graduation ceremony is scheduled for today, Thursday, June 26, for the recently completed Leadership and Lifestyles training program. 17 individuals will be recognized.
lovely ceremony at the church building. We have we issue certificates to them at the end of the program. Also, we'll be giving gifts. We'll be looking at the positive attributes of each student, because we believe there's something good in everybody, and you do not want to give one person a gift or acknowledge one person or few and the others are left behind. So we're going to look at the positive attributes of every person, find it out, and we know by now after interactions with them, and we're going to present them a token of appreciation so that they feel good about themselves upon leaving. Lovely ceremony.
Individuals across the island are continuing to struggle with one of the most aggressive diseases, chikungunya, according to pharmacist Orin Jolly. Jolly says the disease began affecting us here in Dominica about a month ago and has recently resulted in employees being absent from work in groups and large at 5 one at a time.
Day-to-day operations. On the other side of business, chikungunya has kept us very busy. Lots of people have medical concerns, joint pain, fever, rashes, itching, and so on. That keeps us as pharmacists very busy, recommending solutions so that they can get better care and get relief from the ailments.
He explained that the joint pains in chikungunya seems to be universal and more painful than arthritis. Some of the medications for chikungunya includes
pain medication, anti-inflammatory medications, you also have medications for itching, so you have a lot of antihistamines that are moving quite quickly because quite a few people get the rash and the itching and so on. A few people actually get morph issue, and so there's a special morph that can be used for that, but that's more unlikely. It's less likely than the other ailments. But all in all, it's been mostly the joint medications and the antihistamines that have been more critical to the treatment of chikungunya.
What about
based on what he has seen thus far, he says at least 1 in every 3 experience the rash effect, some more severely than others. The pharmacist explained that some individuals have more itching than they've ever had in their lives, whereas others are spread the itching effect. Asked what advice would he give to the general public in terms of chikungunya prevention, Jolly had this to say.
Cure for chikungunya. What the most important thing you can do is to prevent yourself from getting it. So wearing long sleeves, getting rid of any potential breeding places for mosquitoes, so still water in the house or around the house, empty garbage cans collecting water all over the place. Those things are really important. Basically, any places where mosquitoes could breed. Spraying yourself with mosquito repellent or wearing a mosquito repellent band helps keep anything to keep the mosquitoes away from you. If somebody has chikungunya, they should probably spray themselves with mosquito repellent to prevent mosquitoes from biting them and then going to affect somebody else. That's important as well. But contrary to the public's belief, chikungunya is spread by a mosquito. It's science and it's proven. And so
Jolly made it clear that chikungunya is not caused by a mosquito. However, it is spread by one. He explained that if one person in the household is affected, at the end of the week or less, the entire household will be affected. Paul Joseph, a chikungunya patient, shared his pain with CBN4 News. He said he has had the disease for about a week.
Felt pains in my knees, right? And then, first night when I went to bed, I couldn't get up. Then it went after. Then it came back. And then I have all my hands swollen up.
your hands are
Felt pains in my
When the chikungunya disease, I heard that it is over 2,000 now, 2,000 persons affected by chikungunya. Man, that's a lot.
It is a lot. I've had at least over 10, 15 individuals coming to me, explaining that they have a throat issue, the rash, they're itching, they can't get up from their beds, their hands are swollen like Mr. Joseph. I won't wish it on not even my enemy.
But I heard that you yourself had the chicken.
Yes, I did, but even then it didn't fully attack me. I had it for about a week, just the rash effect and joint pains, but not as bad as some people have had it.
Well, I wish those persons who had the chicken now was pretty recovery, you know?
Yeah, I do also.
We'll be right back after this break.
Exciting things are happening at Burger King.
We got some new salads on the menu. We're gonna do a little role play. I just need a volunteer.
Me. Okay, Selma.
Welcome to Burger King.
5 garden fresh salads, please.
Good choice.
Do you have a garden fresh salad?
Absolutely.
Give it to me, baby.
I would simply like a chicken, apple, and cranberry salad. Dressing on the side.
Dressing on the side. That's not a problem.
The new Garden Fresh salads and wraps. Come and get it at Burger.
Down here. How can I help you, big man?
I'm looking for something to make my party pop off.
Check out the Beats Pill. I'm portable, but don't let my small size fool you. I'm loud. And when I say Bluetooth, I'm not talking about my beautiful hue, baby.
But will it make my party pop off?
This is some mythical unicorn stuff, man.
R.I.P. Yeah, R.I.P. Yeah, R.I.P. Yeah, R.I.P. I'm in a brand new drop top Roy with 3 bricks. Tight to be in the middle of trial with 3.
Arts and our performing artists are faced with an ongoing challenge in the area of training to become more competitive, says Irvin Duran, Chief Executive Officer of Caribbean Performing Arts Federation, CPAF.
Their international counterparts. Even within the region, we found that our Caribbean counterparts were always way ahead, more structured, more developed, received more training, had more workshops, and also got the bigger share of any pie that came. Mark you, some of those terror countries, and they organized the structure, assisted them in making sure that they could secure what we just spoke about, those segments of the market.
Duran says the pressure felt throughout the Caribbean countries are all the same. According to him, performing artists in both music and theater arenas all go through the limits within our small markets.
They are basically the same challenges that everybody faces, but we have less resources, we have less of an understanding, our governments are less understanding of the sector as a tradable or marketable product. There has been in the last couple of years quite a bit of work done by individual countries through what we call Coalition of Service Industries, and so some headway has been made, but it is nothing in comparison to what is really needed to propagate this industry. And
the Federation aims to develop the needed infrastructure for a successful performing arts industry on the island to thrive. Duran explains that when we mention performing arts, these are performances that are cross-cutting with entertainment.
The Federation yielding a new flow of traffic for creators, for trainers, for people who are wanting to do internships with, as we expose the talent we have, as we expose the opportunities that we have, and to be able to do joint ventures, inter-island joint ventures. There is the flagship event of the Federation that is being called Caribbean Gems, or Gems of the Caribbean, and that is a festival that is being planned to rotate around the islands. So that will definitely bring a certain influx of traffic, of new visitation, new visitors to the various islands, and therefore the same to Dominica.
Coming up next, sports and weather.
Now for your CBN4 sports. So Joseph, Germany to take on USA today in the round of 16 of the World Cup. I want to know who's your pick, because I'm going with USA, and I believe USA is going to win 1-0. One of the most highly anticipated off-season football leagues in Dominica is just 2 days away from commencing its 2014 season. And with the formation of a newly elected committee, things look bright for the commencement of the 2014 Maho Football League. President of the newly elected football committee, Dylan Jones, stated that the Maho Football League is one of the off-season football competitions that has become very popular on the island.
Waiting for the league to start, and for the amount of people that have been coming to different one of us to ask us when it's starting, and so I think it's very popular. You know, even in town, certain people that would, even not from Maho, that come down to watch the football, ask us when it's starting, and so from that I think we can say we're up there among the best.
But how do you all prepare? According to Jones, preparations have been ongoing and the league was expected to have already begun, but due to certain challenges, it was mandatory to postpone the official start date.
Preparations have been going on for quite a while, I would say. We expected to start already, but in between, 1 or 2 challenges that we faced kind of had us on a standstill for a little while. But we have formed a committee, so we kind of sat and got everything organized, put different people in different positions to tackle different tasks. So we faced all that, so we expect to have that started as soon as possible and just have the league run as professional as possible. You know, it's not just coming and asking questions, who doing this or who doing that, to try to have everything organized for the games and for all other aspects of advertising and running the league and everything.
The president also mentioned that the rest of the committee members are basically players of the Maho Soccer Strikers team.
11-member committee. Yeah, there are 11 of us on the committee. Myself, the president, we have a secretary, we have advisors to the league. We also have a treasurer and various positions. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Part of the Soccer Strikers Club. And at the Soccer Strikers Club, we kind of a unit, I would say, like a family. So it's relatively easy for me working with everybody because we know each other well.
The Maho League is expected to begin with a Ballerama competition on Saturday, June 28th at the Teaser Grounds in Maho. Sticking with football, the Domlek Rosa Valley Football League had yet another memorable football match to add to its list on Tuesday evening. The Kings of Booyah Music, Triple K Strikers, met with Loda Football Club in a match which was highly contested and full of goals. The match started off relatively slow until the deadlock was broken early by the Loda Football Club. The halftime scoreline ended at 2-1, with Jacob Samuel and Maya Moranci scoring 1 goal each for Loda. The start of the second half was completely different as the Triple K Strikers dominated the entire half and applied a large amount of pressure on Loda, scoring 6 second-half goals, leaving the final scoreline 7-2 in favor of the Triple K Strikers. The informed player, Kazimi Benjamin, recorded a hat-trick for the Strikers. He was firmly complemented by Liam Sebastian with 2 goals. Delbert Graham and Mitchell Joseph both scored a goal each to complete the perfect 7. Matches continue tonight with Buster Warner taking on Trafalgar Football Club from 7 p.m, while on Saturday it will be Veterans versus Domlek at 3:30 p.m, followed by All Saints against Buster Warner from 6:30 p.m. Shufford will battle Fire Services from 3:30 p.m. on Sunday afternoon, to be followed by Loda versus Ronald Charles Rangers from 6:30 p.m.
Thank you, Joseph. It's gonna be a beautiful day today. Today's weather is mostly sunny, temperature at 86 degrees, humidity 52 degrees, wind east at 12 miles per hour, pressure 1016 millibars, wind east northeasterly at 15 to 45 kilometers per hour. Sea conditions are moderate in open water.
Swells at 2 to 2.5 meters or 7 to 8 feet. Warning: small craft operators and sea bathers should exercise caution. Sunrise at 5:37 a.m. and sunset at 6:40 p.m. High 86 degrees, low 78 degrees. Low tide 10:25 a.m. and 9:32 p.m. High tide 3:15 a.m. and 4:42 p.m. Tonight's weather will be clear at 81 degrees. Wind 13 miles per hour. Tomorrow, for those of you who like the outdoors, tomorrow will be a good day to enjoy some outdoor activities. Mostly sunny and pleasant. Wind east at 12 miles per hour. Sunrise at 5:37 a.m. Let's take a look at the 3-day forecast. Thursday, high 86 degrees, low 78 degrees. Friday, high 86 degrees, low 78 degrees. Saturday, high 86 degrees, low 79 degrees. Thank you for watching. Back to you, Joseph.
Thank you, James.
And thank you, viewers, for watching.
Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, hit us up on WhatsApp, and feel free to comment.